This is Eric from Pack Hacker, and today we're taking a look at the EzPacking Clear Packing Cube starter set, which I've been testing for the past 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, make sure you subscribe so we can continue making content like this to help you travel smarter. Let's dive in. So before we talk about the sizes and what you can use them for, let's talk about materials. So these things are crafted from nylon, PVC, and vinyl. So they are pretty heavy. They're a lot heavier than the packing cubes I'm used to working with, which for some people, if you're an ultralight traveler and you're really worried about weight, or like you have weight limits on the airline you're flying, that's obviously an issue. But if you're going on a road trip or you're putting these in your packed luggage, it probably doesn't matter that much. So if you like the fact, obviously, that they're clear and you can see the gear, or you just like the design, maybe this will work for you. But for me personally, I don't like how rigid they are, and they are a bit heavy for my liking, but they have worked pretty well so far. So we've got unbranded zippers here, and I haven't had any issues with them. They've not popped off or had anything that I can really report, but they do feel pretty cheap, so I do worry about their longevity, but I can't really knock them too much because, as I said, I haven't had any issues with them yet. So we've got the front and side here are clear, and they got clearer and clear, but on the back side we have a pretty durable material here. I'm not sure exactly which material it is, but I'm pretty sure it is the nylon. They don't get too specific on their product page, so this means it's not going to slip around as much, because when this gets wet, it's slippery, but obviously this nylon isn't as slippery because it has that texture there, so it's not going to slip around so much, and just gives a little bit of extra abrasion resistance, because this is pretty durable, but it would puncture in theory, and this isn't as probably going to puncture as easily, so it's nice to have that, at least in my opinion. So as far as sizes go, we do have quite a few sizes to choose from. We've got 4 sizes here, and then we've got an extra. So we've got the small here, which is 6 1/4 inch by 6 1/4 inch by 2 1/4 inch. So this one is marketed as being TSA friendly as a 3-in-1 container, so you could use this as a DOP kit. I didn't use it for that just because I don't know, I don't really like how square it is, and some of the stuff I wanted to fit inside there didn't fit inside there, but it's a nice small size for socks, underwear, and if you were to use it as a 3-in-1, it should work for that. Then we've got the medium here, which is 10.3 by 6 by 4. So this is a nice kind of almost like lunchbox size, and they all have handles here. As you can see, they've all got a handle, even the smallest one over here. Slide that back over. Nice little rectangle size. This is a good one for shirts, shorts, maybe if you have a really light pair of pants. And then we're getting into the large size here, which is 12 by 10.3 by 4 inches. So this one's pretty big. This one would fit inside of a travel backpack, but this bigger one here might not, depending on the size of your travel backpack, because it is 16 by 10.3 by 4 inches. This one's really large and might not fit inside your backpack. So now moving into the main compartment, I'll just grab 2 of these, get the rest kind of out of the way. I should mention actually before I get them all out of the way that the starter set comes with these 4 that you see here. So you get a small, medium, large, and XL. So you get 4 of them. I typically, unless you're, packing a lot of stuff, going away for a long time, using a big rolling luggage or something like that, using them all at the same time isn't something that I could do, especially with the backpacks that I have. They do, stack kind of nicely here. I should go that way. And then one on top, but it's just more space than, or this takes up more space than I need, especially when you obviously have these in use and not empty as I have them right now. But it's nice, you can kind of mix and match depending on what trip you're taking. So, you're on a smaller trip, maybe you just need these 2, or a bigger trip, you just need these 2, or you're going on a big long road trip, you need all of them. So you do have that ability to pick what you want to take. But now I'm going to get rid of these and talk about the inside of these packing cubes. So I'm gonna just pop this one. Oh, well, it's already open. My mistake there. As you can see, we've got nothing going on in here. No organization, just nothing going on. Just the walls, the nylon, I believe, on the backside here. I mean, it's kind of what you expect from a packing cube, but something that some people may like or dislike is that this is kind of like a different kind of opening. It kind of opens like you would expect like a clamshell backpack to, kind of just like flops open like that. And then you've just got, quite a bit of depth there. This one in particular, I think it was like 2 1/4 inch or something like that. So you can stack things up pretty well. Depending on your clothing, you might be able to get 2 rows of stuff. If you have thicker clothing, you might be able to just get 1 row. And then you can also kind of mix and match, like maybe half of it's just one big thick layer, and then the other stuff's shirts and stuff, and you can do 2 layers. But obviously in this big one, you kind of have to get into the organization yourself because there isn't any organization going on. But once you get into the smaller ones, you can kind of just be like, okay, this is where my shirts and shorts are going. As you can see, it expands pretty well, but this material doesn't have any give. So you're not gonna be able to stretch any extra gear in there because, again, I mean, this material, it doesn't really stretch. Like if it's stretching, it means you're really putting pressure on it, and that's probably not a good thing. Once they're fully or packed out, you have easier access to this handle, which is nice. So when if you get off the airport and you're gonna walk to the bathroom, or get off the airplane, and you're gonna walk to the bathroom to change your clothes, you took a red eye, you can just carry this through the airport. But it should be worth mentioning that people can see your clothing, even if you hold it like this, where this is on your inside. People can still kind of see it, or while you're walking. But overall, happy with how much gear I could stow inside here. Really tough to get used to the rigidity, if that is a word, and also how heavy the materials are. But again, if you're just going to looking for something to throw in your trunk, if you're going on a road trip that you can see and pull out of the trunk, this is a pretty good option. And also if you're going on a big trip and you're taking rolling luggage, these things kind of stack together nicely because they're almost like cubes. It's almost like you're stacking Legos. So there are uses where the weight doesn't really matter, and their rectangular shape is almost helpful, I think. But if you're looking for one bag travel, I don't think these are the answer for you. But if they are, I'd love to hear how they are. So there you have it, the EzPacking Clear Packing Cube Starter Set. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.